when you get really good news, like that's when you get really big spikes like this, because people just freak out. They expect the worst and then they're in the wrong direction on the position. Oh, and I made money there while I wasn't even looking. How about that?
Forex Morning Mayhem is a must-listen podcast for currency traders. Get a curated watch list, insightful market analysis, and crucial news updates, plus trading tips for all levels. But remember, it's educational, not investment advice. Scan the QR code in the description to join our free Trade Faction Slack channel for live trade calls. If you like the podcast, please follow and share. Let's get started.
Good morning. It's Monday, July 3rd, 2025, and this is Forex Morning Mayhem. Let's see what's happening in the news today. European stocks and US futures are mixed after a firmer start, with markets cautious ahead of key US data releases. The dollar is steady with a slight upward tilt. Gilts and sterling outperform, while US treasuries and bunds are little changed. Oil is softer, metals are mixed, and gold is slipping as the dollar firms. The US reconciliation bill awaits a full vote, and trading is lighter ahead of the holiday. If you find this podcast useful, please like and subscribe to the show. If you are new to trading, check out the Trade Faction, a totally free resource where you can watch our trades live. Also, don't forget to download our new Forex AI Sage app in the Apple App Store to use the latest in agentic AI to help you trade. Now let's join Bill and Dave for today's show.
Let's start with the currency pairs. As you can see, there's been a massive spike. The reason for that spike is because we just announced really good employment numbers. So, lo and behold, the tariffs did not cause a depression and mass unemployment. We had good employment numbers, inflation is non-existent or very low. The trade deficit is shrinking. For the average man, the point I want to get across is from an economic standpoint, everything is good. When you get really good news, like that's when you get really big spikes like this, because people just freak out. They expect the worst and then they're in the wrong direction on the position. Anyway, let's get to it here. I did make a minor change. I spent a lot of time yesterday trying to get the AI to learn from the past, and it did not work. I basically just went super simple, which is it's something I learned a long time ago in engineering school. My professor taught me that. Keep it simple, stupid. So I went back to that theory, and basically, whenever one of these pivots fires, you're going to get a 5x5 stop loss and profit target.
Ah, nice. Okay, I gotcha.
And that's all this is. Okay. And then the only other thing is if it hits the profit target, you get this little target. Get it?
Ah,
If
nice.
you miss and you get stopped out, you get a little skull.
Okay.
Thought I'd add a little element of humor to it. Anyway, let's take a look at this now. I think this is pretty intuitive to read. The US dollar is trending to the downside. We're 3 bars into this pivot short. Oh, and I made money there while I wasn't even looking. How about that, huh?
There you
Uh,
go.
I'll explain that on the next chart because that was what that was. So anyway, this pivot short is 3 bars in. It's trending in the right direction. There's no S&P. There hasn't been one for 279 bars. We'll see what happens. The actual indicators are bearish with a relatively weak trend, and that's probably because this is just a spike and it just started, so it has no data to claim that it's stronger on it. We are oversold. We're in the 8s on the RSI, and the volume is above average, as you would expect after news like that. AI prediction for the next few bars is bearish. Okay, on
Awesome.
to US Canadian dollar. This is the one that I just made a little bit of money in. Looking at the HUD, market structure is mixed because these little aberrations from the news just throw everything into a tizzy. So I'm actually surprised we're getting any kind of market readings. I had just gone long in here while I was talking to Dave when we first turned, and as you can see, I hit my profit target. The market structure is mixed. We're 1 bar into this pivot long. Momentum peak. Oh yeah, that's actually what I took the trade on was the S&P. As I mentioned yesterday on these S&Ps, There's a little bit of subjectivity as to how to trade them. When they first fire, if it's a blue one, you can usually fade that. It'll pull back a little bit, but don't get too greedy. We're talking like one, two, three, 4 pips maybe, and then get out because they almost always then continue on in the same direction. So when this fired like moments ago, I was getting to show up and hitting buttons and stuff, so I didn't have time to babysit it for a pullback. So I just went long and crossed my fingers.
Gotcha.
And then while we were talking, it hit the profit target. So that's cool. Guys predicting that it's bullish. We are getting up in the 70s on the RSI. That's why the background here is red. It is saying it's a weak trend, but there's a ton of volume behind everything. So, it's rubber bands getting pulled. So just
Yeah,
keep,
it just took out an order pool too.
yeah, just took out an order pull. Exactly.
Are you an active trader looking to elevate your trading skills? We invite you to join the Trade Faction, a community where you can witness trades called out live. To connect with fellow traders and gain real-time insights, simply click the link in the description or scan the QR code to join our free Slack channel. This is a great opportunity to enhance your trading strategies and stay ahead of the market. Also, don't forget to download our new Forex AI Sage app in the Apple App Store to use the latest in agentic AI to help you trade. So what are you waiting for? Click that link or scan the QR code now and download the app today.
Be careful if you're trading these. They're probably going to reverse. This one's really way up there already. This is US Chief market structure. It's trending 100% confidence. Ooh, that's amazing. Haven't seen any.
Ooh.
Okay, so I guess it thinks it's going up. AI thinks it's going up. All right, we're 15 bars into this pivot that was right here. Okay, it hit the target a long time ago.
Yep.
We're only going for 5 pips. This works fantastic, but I want to figure
Mm.
out how to capture this. And I haven't figured that out yet. So this is very hard to predict if it's just going to go a little bit like here or if it's going to go a lot. So that's my science project. I'm trying to figure out a lot with it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's see what else. It is bullish. Obviously, this is a very strong trend. Believe it or not. So we're in the
Yeah.
80s on RSI. So quite a bit overbought at this point, and volume is very high. But AI is still predicting future candles here in the short term are going to be up. What would Karnak do? I think what Karnak is going to tell you is that price is going to go up to here-ish and then do that. But you got the big egg yolk S&Ps here. Those usually keep it going forward. But at some point here, it's going to do the alley-oop here. The Geronimo.
Probably on the other side of New York.
Once New York gets in, I think we'll be golden. All right, pound US dollar. It's pretty much same story, trending to the downside. We're 1 bar into this pivot. No S&P on this one. Trend is bearish, but it's weak. RSI is oversold. We are very high volume, and AI is predicting bearish candles going forward
Fantastic.
and a very strong order pull here. So my opinion is this is probably going to do that. Notice you just got a oversold indicator there.
Mm.
That even reinforces my theory of that even stronger. So, Dave,
That's it.
that's all I got
Yeah.
for today. Have a good day trading.